Hello, my lovely Sagittarians. Welcome to your March 2022 reading. This is a reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Rising and Moon sign. It is a general reading, my lovely Sagittarians. If you would like to book a private reading with me that is going to be specific to you, you can follow the link below to my website and book a reading from there. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for commenting on my channel. I really appreciate your support. Your support means that I can bring more of these videos to you. So thank you for the support that you're giving me. My lovely Sagittarians, I have been meditating on your energy, and what I'm hearing is that there is this, it's going to be a month of self-discovery, I'm hearing. It's a month of getting back to the self. It's about returning to the self. It's about returning to the very essence of who you are and what brings you joy, what you want to do, who you want to be, what is important to you. It's about a journey of self-discovery, a journey of return, I want to say to you. But there's also a word of caution here. There is a return to the self and who you want to be, but not at the expense of people in your life. So you need to be walking this fine balance. You need to be walking this tightrope of balance where you're returning to the self, you're finding out who you are, what your very essence is. However, there's also the people in your life that you're needing to consider. And so it's finding that balance, that happy medium. So while there's this joy in pursuing and discovering the self, there's also the warning of consider people in your life as well. So bring them along as well, consider them and what their needs are, if they are important to you. That's interesting, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to give you draw a card from the Archetypes deck. Oh, there we go. That came out very quickly, didn't it? Okay, so what have we got? The Eternal Child. That's interesting, isn't it? About finding, finding that inner child. That's what that is, finding the inner child. Let me just find it where that is in. There we go. Okay. The Eternal Child. Let me hold that up. Colours of the rainbow. Sun in the middle. The inner child, the child of joy. The eternal child is connected to the timeless, ageless and infinite aspects of life. It is radiant and fearless and seeks joy above all else and at any cost. Now that's the word of caution for you. It struggles being bound to an aging body with physical limitations in a world that demands attention to detail and logistics. The eternal child wants to nix all rules and responsibilities and go beyond what others say is possible. Now, that's a double-edged sword, isn't it? The eternal child wants to nix all rules and responsibilities, but life has responsibilities. So it's about finding that balance. It wants to return with plenty of friends to the land of the free, where divine wine and creativity pour from the earth and sky. Doesn't that sound wonderful? We all want to sip from the well of eternal youth, and this makes the eternal child naturally popular, perhaps even famous. The eternal child glimmers. It reminds us of what is possible, what is magical about this precious life. That's interesting. I'm sort of feeling like there's a mixed message there. The eternal child, that's so Sagittarian, isn't it? That childlike innocence, that childlike joy and a sense of adventure. But the word of warning is to consider as well so that shows that level of maturity of, you know, this is what I love in life. This is what I want to tap into in life. This is who I really want to be. But there's a level of maturity that says, but this is how old I am. This is the responsibilities I have. And so let's find that happy medium. Let's find that balance. That's what you're going to be working on in March. I like March for you. It's got a good energy. I'm drawing a card from the Divine Animal Oracle deck to see what your totem is. What's your totem? What energy? Animal? The hyena. Fear. That's interesting, isn't it? Wonder why fear. The hyena. I'm going to read what energy the hyena brings. But it's interesting in that there's the duality. There's the life you want to live, the childlike essence, but then there's this other side that you need to consider. So we need to find that balance. Not fearing it, but balancing it. Let's read it. It's an interesting animal for your totem, my lovely Sagittarius. Let's see. Examine your fears. I'll hold this up for you. Examine your fears, especially the fear of difference, the unknown. There may be an abandonment of something, a belief, a person, a place. Remember that because something is strange, it doesn't mean that it cannot be beautiful or good. We all have a job to do. We all have our own genius. Be sure you have the correct information to have a truthful understanding. And you know, your genius could be your inner child. That childlike joy and happiness of and life. But it's about finding the balance. What's the magic? Hyena magic is complex and is a living tradition. The hyena is its own sacred deity, much like the coyote is in Native American tradition. Although it is perhaps darker in nature, hyenas are tricksters, boundary riders, and the bringers of mystery, and are important in a funerary rituals. They may be harbingers of death, but they also clear away what is no longer needed. In Nigerian traditions, hyena masks are worn to signal the end of rituals, which reflect how hyenas clear up dead things, bones and all, and everything's finished. Some societies take this literally, with the Maasai of Africa leaving their dead out to be consumed by hyenas. If a corpse is rejected by a hyena pack, it means social and spiritual disgrace. For some, hyena magic also extends to the integration and balance of masculine and feminine. The Bambara people of Africa employ the imagery of the hermaphrodite hyena to signify the transformation of neophyte into a fully initiated man, a powerful symbol of the unification of masculine and feminine. The unification of masculine and feminine, what does that tell you? The unification of masculine and feminine is also the unification of conscious and subconscious, the unification of who you want to be and who you need to be for those around you and your loved ones. Let's find that balance. So hyenas are very much about finding that balance. About death as well, I suppose. It's the death of what part of you? Something to contemplate, something to consider. They are survivors. They are planners. That's an interesting one to have as a totem, my lovely Sagittarian. Okay, the Celtic cross, let's create that. Let's see what is coming for you in March. What energy is there for you? Oh, that's interesting. Nearly there. Let's have a look for Sagittarius. Can I have some cards for Sagittarius, please? Let's see what is there for you. What is there with the your journey through? Okay, my Sagittarians. Okay, there is, you've got to be mindful of self-deception. Don't be so focused on what you're wanting, the lifestyle you're wanting, what you're wanting to do, what you're wanting to maintain. Don't deceive yourself that those around you also want the same. It's really about communicating what you're wanting and what they're wanting, and it's about compromise. It's about finding that balance. That's what the hyena energy is like, finding that balance. Not fearing it, not fearing the change, not fearing that negotiation. But just be mindful of self-deception around you. Stay true. Don't convince yourself that what you're wanting is what everybody else wants, is what I'm hearing. The Nine of Wands, you have the Nine of Wands at the start of March. This is there's been a lot that you've been considering. It's been a bit of a tough time for you, my lovely Sagittarius. There's about what your desires are, what your joys are, what you're wanting to do, what you're wanting to fulfill. That's coming to a close. There's this new understanding in moving forward as to what it is you want to create. It's like, I want to say, it's like you've been walking across a barren desert. And sort of working things out, but you've come to the end of that desert. You're coming to the lushness now. You're coming to knowing what direction you want to take with your creativity, with what you want to bring into your, what do you want to do for work? Is there a change in how you're working, where you're working, what you're doing? What changes are you bringing in around you? You've got the Star as well. So there's this, you have been setting the intention of what you're wanting. It's also about, when you're considering the direction you want to take, it's about looking at the picture holistically. So it's like I said, it's not just about pursuing what you want. It's about looking at the whole picture. It's about looking at people in your life, your partner, your loved ones, your family, your children, your friends, whoever it is, whoever has real meaning in your life. It's about looking at that whole picture, looking at it holistically, looking at it completely, not just focusing in on what you're wanting, but having that bigger picture, being flexible with what you're wanting to achieve and the time frame you're wanting to achieve it in, and how it's going to impact on others. That seems to be an important theme for you. Make the changes, but considering other people in your life as well. You've also got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is soulmates. So what you're considering, for some of you, it's what you're considering is your partner, your wife, your partner, someone you're living with, someone you're in a relationship with. There is this, you are thinking about them. They have got a very strong meaning in your life, and so it's about moving forward together, bringing in these changes together, finding that inner child, and both of you getting enjoyment out of it. This is also about friendships. Who is seeking a relationship? If you're seeking a relationship, then there is one there, but it's about compromise, I'm hearing. It's about compromise if you're wanting this relationship to take off. This is also about people that are karmically meant to be in your life to take you to that next phase. New friendships are coming up for you, my lovely Sagittarius. So there's a new change. It's either a new relationship or a new friendship, or the building and strengthening of an existing relationship. I like that. It makes it stronger. Gee, this is coming up for a lot of people. Any adversity that you're facing, understand that it is taking you from one way of being to a better way of being. There's a change in your situation. It's something better is coming. The future is expanding. You're being shown a new way of being, which is going to bring new things, new situations into your life. So any obstacles or any challenges or any lessons you're needing to overcome, they're well worth the effort, because that's part of the wind in the sails. That provides the wind in the sails for that forward movement. You've also got the Ten of Swords. So there's an ending to difficulties, an ending to arguments, an ending to lack of communication, an ending of studies coming to some sort of completion. That's been hard. It's been tough for someone, but this is coming to an end. This is coming to a close. It's about releasing the past, taking with it this newfound knowledge, this newfound wisdom that you've gained, and moving forward with it. So there's a completion of those hard times. If there's been someone around you that you've had a hard time communicating with, it seems to be at loggerheads, or communication seems to have been difficult, things are going to change where communication is going to be a lot easier. Words will be able to flow, my lovely Sagittarius. So the difficulties are coming to an end. For some of you, it's coming to an end because you're parting ways. For some of you, it's coming to an end because there's a deeper knowledge and a deeper understanding. You've also got the Hermit. You're going to be offered in March a time for reflection, a time for inner reflection, shining the light within, looking at how you're feeling, why you react in particular ways, what you're wanting, where you want to move to, what you want to do, what path you want to follow. There's a path of knowledge and information that's being shone to you. Your dream life is going to be very, very active as well. But it's a time of becoming a little bit of a recluse, meditating, going within, unfolding or discovering what your inner workings, your inner desires. You've also got the Princess of Cups. This is a turning point in your emotions. It can be a new relationship for some of you. It can be a relationship reaching a newer level, a more clarity, more balance in a relationship. Discovery of a new relationship, meeting somebody new. The Princess of Wands is about also pursuing your passion, pursuing your desires, pursuing what brings you joy, planning towards that. What changes do you want to bring into your life that's going to make your life more balanced, making you feel more content in your life, more complete in your life? The Princess of Wands is about pursuing your joy, pursuing your passion. And that's probably why you have the Princess of Cups, because when you pursue your passion, you find that level of contentment. You see, you've got the Field of Dreams. This is about new opportunities coming up for you, a fulfillment of your dreams, new plans, new ideas, new dreams that you have, that you've been fantasizing about, that you've been dreaming about. There's an opportunity for you to tap into that. Which is going to bring you more contentment, more emotional contentment, tapping into your joy and your life's purpose. There's an element of service to others here, making an impact on other people's lives. You've got the Six of Pentacles. There's an increase in money around you in March. There's going to be some sort of influx, some sort of increase, an injection into your funds, but it's an injection through your hard work, through work. It's not a gift. It's through your efforts that you are reaping these rewards. But what is yours will come to you. The opportunities are going to be there. You need to honor the self. Keep that inner flame going. Keep that joy going, keep that inspiration going, and you will reap the benefits of that. That will come into your life. That's only going to get better and better and better. I feel like the ball starts rolling in March and it just keeps getting better. by the book. Yeah, there's something by the book. This is something that you're doing. You're plotting. You're walking steadily through something. You are doing things the way they need to be done. You're thorough. You bring things to completion. You dot the I's, cross the T's, and that brings its own rewards. You are rewarded for your efforts. It's your efforts that are going to bring you those rewards. And you've got the Ten of Wands. This is achieving your desires. You're there. You've arrived. There's a completion here of you've worked it out. You are doing something that fulfills you. You're getting to your final destination. With work, it can be a new job, it can be a promotion, it can be family life, it can be getting married, it can be having children. You're getting to what you wanted to achieve through your efforts. This is the Chariot. It's through your efforts that's getting you there. You're steering this. Nobody's giving it to you. You're steering it. You're bringing it into alignment. You're making it happen. And sometimes it can be burdensome. I thought there was someone at the door. But you've managed it. You've gotten yourself to where you want to be. Can I have a card from the Divine Abundance deck for Sagittarius? Interesting month, you know. Sort of right action. Doesn't surprise me that you've got right action. It's achieving what you want to achieve, but considering those around you. Right action. Aparigraha literally means let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. No resistance. Take the right action. Consider others as well as considering yourself. Meditating on what it is you want to achieve with no resistance. Just going with the flow, allowing it to happen, because what is yours will come to you. I mean, it is through your efforts, though, as well. You're the one that sets the goals. You're the one that's working towards something, and you're going to reap those rewards. They are there for you. Increase in finances is coming for you as well. I really like that. My lovely Sagittarians, I wish you love, light and blessings, many blessings. If you would like a private reading that's going to be specific to you, you can follow the link below to my website and book a reading from there. Blessings to you, my lovely Sagittarians.